Hello, friends. Robert Bevan here, author of the Caverns Creatures series of comedy, fantasy novels, and short stories. With me is Sam West, and today we are talking about another one of the new feats from Bigby Presents Glory of the Giants. This one is called Guile of the Cloud Giant, correct?
Indeed.
And it also has the prerequisite of Strike of the Giant, and
Yes.
this one for whatever the Cloud Giant thing was called.
Cloud Strike, which lets
Cloud
you give you D4 damage on hit. You can become invisible to the hit creature if it fails a whiz save for a turn.
All right,
That's
strong starting point.
Yeah, I like that. I think that one's my favorite. I like that one mechanically a lot because there's some interesting stuff you can do with it where you like blind a guard, run past it, and he's like, "Who stabbed me?" I
All right,
guess
now disappoint me.
Oh, great. So, okay. Guile the Cloud Giant starts with like the rest of these do. You get an ability score increase, so increase your strength, con, or charisma by 1 to a max of 20, which is pretty cool. That means this could conceivably have a home on some like warlocks, some Gish options. So as long as you have martial weapon proficiency, a martial weapon proficiency. I know it is full martial weapon proficiency. If you can find martial weapon proficiency like Hexblade or something with Strike of the Giants, you could hypothetically take a charisma bump here, which is pretty cool. It's pretty notable for this feat. But otherwise, if you're ever doing an auto and even, you're getting a mod bump. It's almost as good as ability score improvement. That's great. It makes most of this feat not need to do a lot. Now, the other ones we talked about so far have had a resistance. This doesn't. This has one feature, but I like this feature a lot. So It has Cloudy Escape. When a creature you can see hits you with an attack roll, you can use your reaction to give yourself resistance to that attack's damage. You then teleport to an unoccupied space you can see within 30 feet of yourself and use the reaction number times equal to proficiency bonus. So, something big hits you, you go, I don't want to take that damage. No, thank you. Have it, and I'm gone. It's like kind of 3-4 uses of Misty Step on a martial character. Sure, I'm super into that. Yeah.
This is after you. All right, so take me through this because this is one feat dependent on another one.
Yes.
All right, so going back to the Cloud Strike, you attack someone and then turn invisible.
With a melee weapon or a thrown weapon. You hit them with it. Then you turn invisible to them.
Yes, to them specifically. Yes. All right. So, all right, but yeah, again, these are separate things. One has nothing to do with the other. So, all right, but we're in a fight.
Sure.
I stab a guy. I turn invisible. He gets disadvantage on his attack with me, but he lands the blow just the same. I wasn't expecting that, man. I thought you were gonna miss. You ruined my whole what I had going there, my plan. But I have another way out. I'm gonna miss the step out of there.
Yeah. GTFO? Easy peasy. Yep. I like that this is kind of contingency for that exact case, right? Like you're a fighter, you make 2 attack rolls against a big CR like 13 something with a 5d8 club in its hand. You go, okay, you're not going to hit me, right? You're not going to hit me, right? You're not going to hit me, right? And then it hits you, and you go, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I'm going to resist this damage and leave.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really cute little play pattern. It's going to be very cheeky. There's definitely going to be moments at tables where that occurs.
You know what I like about this? It'll encourage somebody to make irresponsible choices.
Absolutely.
Get out alive.
Because you'll be like, yeah, I got resistance to any damage I need. Resistance to the damage type is really useful too, right? Yeah. Like it is resistance to the attack's damage. All of it. Even if the attack does 8 different kinds of damage, you resist all of that damage. Which means no matter what is hitting you, you can say, I would like to take half, please. That as a reaction is just good. It is like, you don't even need Cloudy Escape for me to be happy with that. The 30-foot teleport on top of that not only makes it so it's a repositioning tool, not only makes it so it's a disengage tool, it also makes it a world exploration tool. Be like, hey, Bard, poke me in the face. And then you're gone. That's great. You take a damage, you leave. Easy peasy.
Face.
Yeah, okay, not the face. You're right. Poke me in the chest or something.
Yeah.
But you can get somebody to damage you deliberately to get a free 30-foot teleport, which can be a real means, and like it's a little bit clunky, but this is a real means for martial characters to have some kind of engagement tool for navigating space in 3 dimensions, which is relevant for dungeon crawling. It's relevant for exploring cities, and it's doing heist plans, breaking into places, breaking out of places.
Yeah.
Having a 30-foot teleport is useful. And it's a lot of 30-foot teleports. By the time you get this, it'll be 3 or 4. And that's a good chunk for a long rest. Again, it's kind of like getting 4 second-level spell slots. And I'm pretty happy with that as far as this feat goes.
3 or 4 resistances.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are both really good things. We talked about the fire, the fury of the fire. No,
Yeah, the AoE blind.
ember of the fire, ember, whatever it is.
Yep.
And
Ember the Fire Giant and Fury the Frost Giant.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Both of those. I mean, the big question is this worth investing 2 feats in?
Mm-hmm.
And those even gave you resistances like across the board to certain damage types. I think this is the first one where it's like, all right, yeah, this is definitely can be worth it.
Yeah, I think Ember the Fire Giant is probably still definitely, it's worth considering.
Yes.
I think Cloud Strike is a little bit more interesting than Fire Strike, which is really what this has going for it. Is, oh, I don't mind taking the first one of these. I think it's a super cool ability. It's not amazing, but it's definitely super cool. And then having it scale into something that is a really powerful reaction on a martial class that does more than just combat things. Yeah, sign me up. That's a home run of a feat, in my opinion.
And I have, I keep making the mistake. These are separate abilities. However, they're really usable together if you need to.
They definitely go on the kind of scoundrel character that gets a little bit too big for their britches all the time. And I really like that. The whole thing of Cloud Giants being these, their wealth determines their status. They're the second highest in the ordning, so they're very full of themselves, but really petty because they're not quite at the top because the Storm Giants were the firstborn. So you have this really fun, like, this dynamic of this archetype, this character of someone that wants to be petty, that wants to, get really overconfident. That whole comes through with these 2 feats. And I think that makes it really clean and elegant design, especially for how short both these abilities are. Like, neither of them is particularly robust, yet they tell a very clear story about what this kind of character is doing, what this kind of character wants to be aimed at. And a lot of classes can fulfill this. I think a rogue with these abilities would be sweet to play. It'd be really fun just to be like, all right, I'm going to stab you, get invisible to the next turn, and then whatcha, hit you again with the sneak attack. That seems really cool to me. Misty Escape, get out of there. I love that.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. I think this is probably the best one we've talked about. It also comes with an ability score bump. Like, that's just good.
Yeah.
If you never get your strength up with that, that's sweet.
Yeah, I guess we're done. You got a rating?
I think it's a 4. I think this is genuinely worth getting. It's not like warping the game or anything, but Cloudy Escape is resistance. Like, it's 2 very good things stable together in a really efficient package on top of an ability I already think that's pretty interesting. Like, one of the most interesting of the prior feat. And that makes it, I think, one of, if not the best one of these.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's a 4 easily. You had me a little bit worried when we did the flames, we did the frost. You said, all right, these are the last 2 that get resistances. I thought, it's all going downhill from here. But no, it went a little uphill.
Resistances. They get passive resistances.
Passive, yes. This one you get arguably better resistance.
Definitely better resistance. It's usable every encounter. I love resistance that are usable every encounter.
I mean, it does have a finite number of uses.
Sure.
That counts. Yeah.
Yes, but I would much rather have a toggle that I say I can resist damage when I want to than I sometimes resist all of a kind.
Resist any damage.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. 4 across the board. Good one. Guile of the Cloud Giant. I remembered it this time.
Nailed it.
All right. Well, thank you, Sam, and thank you everyone for joining us. Let us know what you think down in the comments. Hit the like and subscribe buttons, and we'll see you next time with more of these. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, informative, or entertaining, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button below. You needn't smash it. A gentle tap will suffice. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. And make sure you check out the links in the description, where you'll find my Caverns Creatures series of comedy fantasy novels, Sam's full review of the spell, and other fun things.